Listen up. I'm going to tell you why I am completely obsessed with Brunt. I've worn a lot of work boots in my life, and I'll tell you this, before Brunt, my feet were destroyed. I could not wait to get my work boots off. Then, I tried a pair of Brunt boots. Let me tell you, it was relaxing. Right out of the box, these things were ready to go. There was no break-in. There was no blisters. Right away, they fit so we could work. Comfort meets protection, meets durability, all in one. And these are not just any boots. These babies are built for the job site. Slip resistant, heat resistant, waterproof. They got it all. They are even electrical hazard rated. Whether you're rocking the Marin with its 6-inch soft toe, total powerhouse, or the Omen, lightweight, water resistant with all the features you need. I'm telling you, you're gonna get boots as comfortable as your sneakers, but as durable as real work requires. Over 500,000 folks have already joined the Brunt crew, trying them on the job risk-free with free shipping. Guys, check them out, but don't wait, because they're going fast for the holidays, and the holidays are right around the corner. Limited edition styles are dropping all month, and they're gonna sell fast. Treat yourself or the hardworking man in your life to something built to last. And hey, all my listeners get $10 off using code Chael at checkout. That's bruntworkwear.com. Use code Chael to get $10 off. Get yours today and let them know the bad guy sent you.
President Donald Trump made a statement today. And I don't know how much you want to hold him to this, like for exact information, but it was still information. I feel like it's owed a response. He held a press conference. He said the date of the White House card is going to be June 14th. Now, just to remind you, that's different. When this whole thing came out, it was going to be July 4th. And then it was, July 4th weekend. And then it was June 20-something. And now we're at June 14th. And this new information. But he made a comment that it's going to be 9 title fights. And then again, I'm just using his words, but he said it's only going to be title fights. So let's say he got one of those details wrong, but let's say one of those details is right. By example, let's say he got 9 wrong, that there's going to be 11 fights. Okay, are they all title fights? That's really interesting because, for example, that would really do away with a lot of the rumors that we've heard. Conor McGregor has been one of the consistent and constant rumors. See you, brother. Thank you for watching that. I appreciate that. There was a speculation that I'm part of. I'm speculating and hoping it's true. Jon Jones, Pereira. Right, because if you have this, which statement was true? That it's going to be 9 title fights, or that it's going to be only title fights? Now, there's a third option, which is the whole thing's discombobulated, and the main card is going to be only title fights. That would also make a lot of sense, and you can see where somebody could get that detail wrong. But I'm just bringing it to you like that. That's a really fascinating thing, because we don't have to jump off the idea of Conor or jump off the idea of Jon and Pereira. We don't have to. We just got to find a way to make those for titles. Conor McGregor is very much in play for a title. Sure, Max Holloway has one, the BMF title. All right. I mean, just consider that. We're painting here with broad strokes. We're just guessing and making conversation, but just keep that in mind. Now, what about Jones and Pereira? How could they fight for a title? Aspinall came out last week and says that he's not cleared. He came out in a great interview. I thought Tom represented himself well. He was angry and he was fired up, and I loved it. But he did say that he's got a doctor working with him, and the doctor is openly saying, you are not cleared. You cannot train, you cannot spar, you cannot fight. Well, but how long does that last? How long does that last until we've got to do an interim championship? Or would you do an interim championship? If Tom's out for X amount of time, what would that date need to be where you made it for an undisputed championship? I do not predict for you that will happen. And taking the belt off a guy when he's injured, right? Particularly when he's injured in a fight against the rules. I'm not predicting that for you. I'm just trying to create an idea in your mind that if we're to go on the information that we were given, which by the way, we were given it by the president who's hosting the event. So I think he's probably at least got a hold of the right tool, even if it's by the wrong end. Like if he says it's going to be 9 title fights and it's only going to be title fights, I'll bet you he's close to something. Could that more accurately mean every main card is going to be a title fight? Yes. That's very, very realistic, but it still asks the question of, well, then could you do Conor? And if you had Jon on there with Pereira, somebody else had made a suggestion. They go, you put Jon and Pereira on there, but you also put Aspinall and Gane. You hold what we would believe is this very clear number 1 contenders match, of which gives you 2 very good alternates if something happened to your main event. And then Chris Weidman throws a question out. He goes, all right, well, if you're going to put Jon and you're going to put Jones, Pereira on the card, and you're going to put Aspinall, Ciryl, who do you main event? Now, in previous times, that wouldn't have even been a question. We would understand that the heavyweight championship is the main event, but we're in a new era, right? And we're even seeing with with the Gaethje Pimlet fight that the order is not necessarily going to be the same as it was in previous times. It's interesting. It's very interesting for conversation. Where does this all go? Wait and find out. But it's not as though none of those statements were true or all misunderstood. There's something to the theme that Donald Trump was speaking about, and it sounds like we're going to have a lot of title fights.